We say things like, well, what did I mean by that? And what did they mean by that? And I'm like, I didn't mean anything. We have so much memory stored and so many experiences stored that you can't really paint from that angle of meaning. And the more you want it to look like something, the more trouble you're going to have. Because it's not artistic, right? You're in the business of painting pictures now. There's no art in it. The art is when you don't know what it looks like. That's where the art is. The art is not in the, okay, well, here's a sky, here's some, no. The art is in, I don't know what any of this looks like. I don't know what it is. If you know what you're painting, if you know exactly what you're painting, you're not painting something right. You're not doing it right. That's what I got to say about this. If you know what the next move is and what exactly it's going to look like, you're probably not doing it right. Because there's no, if it's not spontaneous, it's not new. And if it's not new, it's not creative. Creativity comes from the new. That's where it comes from. It comes from the new. And so lots of people want to paint, but we keep using the same elements that are predictable. And if the painting is predictable, if it's too predictable, right? Yes, I have an idea, of course. I have an idea of sails, dark sails. Of course I have an idea, but it cannot be too predictable. Because if it's too predictable, there's no art in it. Because I don't leave room for chance. And if you don't have room for chance, you definitely don't have art. Art is when you have room for chance, for mistake. You have to account chance and mistake into it. And then that's when you start creating art. If you know exactly what the next move is, and you know, then I don't think that's art. If you know exactly what the next move is. If you have such precision. It's a pretty picture. Very accurate. It's like a camera. It's like claiming that a camera creates art. Of course not. A camera doesn't know shit about art. I don't care if they install composition rules to it, or some sort of bot that can check composition and lighting and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. What makes it art is the not knowing aspect of it. For a camera to be artistic, right, it has to not know. And so by definition, it's not artistic because all gadgets are intelligent. We make them intelligent. It's predictable what they're going to do. That's why Picasso made fun of computers and all of that. He would say they're worthless. They only give you answers. They don't give you any questions. Right? They're worthless. Of course they're not. He was just talking about don't put your faith on something that doesn't stretch you. That only gives you answers. Because what makes you human is the question. The question is what makes you human. That's why the art has to come from there. I believe the art has to come from that space of what is that? What did you mean by that? I don't know. Oh, okay, let's look at it. What is it? I have no idea. Oh, okay, that's the question. And then now you have art, right? Because you've expressed something that you are not even sure of what it is. You've expressed something that you have no idea what it is. And I believe that is art. And you don't have an idea what you're doing. What's his name? I always talk about him. Degas, the French painter who painted the ballerinas. He said, "You're only creating good art if you don't know what you're doing. Only when you don't know what you're doing is that good art comes. If you know exactly what you're doing, you're making shitty art. Just to be clear." You know, when people tell me, "Oh, that's so awesome," it's like, you know exactly what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, I was probably creating some really bad art. Because good art is when I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What's the next step? When people ask me, how did you know how to choose the colors? I'm like, I don't. And a gift would be that I would never choose a color in my life. That would be a real gift. People are always asking me that, hey, how do you choose your colors? I'm like, don't choose them. Don't choose them. If you choose them, you're not painting. Don't choose your colors. If you choose your colors, you're probably not creating any art. That's why artists are like, I premix my colors, and I'm like, dude, that's just, I don't get it. Why do you premix your colors? Be spontaneous with them, so you get something new. And they get excited about it too. When they talk to me about it, they're like, yeah, I'm always premixing my colors.